changes have meaning. The changes have meaning. The changes have meaning. Did you know the Mandela effect is actually a big puzzle? Big puzzle. The time has come to look at a very important message movie. Of all the message movies I have analyzed and added to my collection, this is the one I find most interesting. The Mandela effect is telling us that our world is a simulation and that we are all artificial intelligence. I don't base that statement on just one example. Oh no. It's really one of the messages the Mandela effect has created for you to discover. Remember in The Matrix how Neo had trouble accepting the fact that his entire life hadn't really happened? Remember in The Truman Show how Truman discovered his reality was fake? We are about to analyze Toy Story, and Buzz Lightyear's existential crisis has a message for every one of us. Did you know he actually thinks he's real? Just like you do. This message movie, a kid's movie, will help convey our higher being's message to us about what we are. The very first marker in this movie is the fact that it stars Tom Hanks. At 15 seconds in our movie, we see the Disney Magic Kingdom castle. Many people, including myself, remember a particular animated Disney logo that doesn't exist anymore. In it, Tinkerbell flies over a picture of the Disney castle and zaps something with her wand, which then lights up. This will be one of our movie markers. At 1 minute in the movie, we see a dollar sign. The dollar sign is a Mandela effect, and it is easy to find discussions of this online. Let's add this to our list. At 1 minute 17 seconds, we see Little Bo Peep's sheep. Lambs are sheep, and there is definitely a lamb-related Mandela effect. I would even say it is a big one. A large number of people remember a verse from the King James Bible saying, "The lion shall lie down with the lamb," but that verse is gone. Sheeps, lambs, and ewes are all of interest to us, so we will put this on our list. It is 2 minutes 18 seconds in the movie, and we see a drawing of a cow. The cow we see on packages of Laughing Cow cheese is definitely a Mandela effect, so we are going to put this on our list of movie markers. At 2 minutes 33 seconds in the movie, Steve Jobs' name appears on the screen. He was one of the movie's executive producers, and there is a Steve Jobs Mandela effect. He is remembered by some as the originator of the saying, "Good artists copy, great artists steal." However, current history attributes this saying to Pablo Picasso. Believe it or not, we are going to get 2 movie markers from this one Mandela effect. Picasso is about to be mentioned in our movie. Here's our list so far. At 4 minutes 18 seconds in the movie, we see a rainbow wall decoration, and rainbows are a Mandela effect we can't seem to get away from. This is another one on our list. At 4 minutes 25 seconds, a great white shark toy appears. The movie Jaws is one of the Mandela message movies in my collection, and it has a scene that changed. The star of Jaws is specifically a great white shark, so we are putting this toothy toy on our list of movie markers. It is 4 minutes 47 seconds in the movie, and we have our Picasso reference. Picasso is the flip side of the Steve Jobs Mandela effect we already went over, so we will put this on our list too. At 4 minutes 58 seconds in the movie, we see toy army men. There is a Mandela effect for this. Remember the Village People? The lineup of this costumed musical group has been altered by the Mandela effect to include an army man. At 5 minutes 30 seconds in the movie, we see an Etch-a-Sketch. This is a very widely discussed Mandela effect due to the name no longer having any dashes in it. Dashes have been targeted by the Mandela effect before. In fact, we've been talking about this, so we will add it to our list. At 5 minutes 44 seconds, we see a can of Tinker Toys. Oh, sorry, I guess I mean Tinker Toy. Please. This is definitely a Mandela effect and definitely going on our list. At 12 minutes 32 seconds in our movie, we hear a reference to the board game Battleship. Did you know that real-life battleships have been changed by the Mandela effect? In World War I and II, some ships were given a unique paint job called razzle-dazzle camouflage. This is new, and it is fake history. I like to point out the way things the Mandela effect has touched are often connected. We saw Picasso mentioned earlier in the movie, and according to Wikipedia.com, he gave credit for the creation of razzle-dazzle camouflage to Cubist artists such as himself. At 20 minutes 44 seconds in our movie, we see a poster on the wall that says, "I want you to join Space Rangers." This is a very direct reference to a well-known Mandela effect. It is a play on words of the original Uncle Sam propaganda poster from 1917. The Mandela effect removed the red stripes from Uncle Sam's hat. At 27 minutes 31 seconds in the movie, the continent of South America can be seen on a globe. The repositioning of South America is one of those Mandela effects that is very hard to believe, but the residue for this one is not super hard to find. Let's add this to our list. At 28 minutes 8 seconds, Mr. Potato Head mentions Humpty Dumpty. The nursery rhyme character Humpty Dumpty has always been an egg to my knowledge, but there is now information that suggests he was a cannon in a historic battle. This is a Mandela effect I have been hearing about for some time, so let's add it to the list and see where we are. At 29 minutes 48 seconds in the movie, we see toy monkeys forming a chain to try and rescue Buzz. Curious George is a Mandela modified monkey that comes to mind. This will be another one for our list. A Mandela message movie just wouldn't be the same without the mandatory moonlit moment. Seriously, the moon turns up in many of these movies I've collected. The moon is a Mandela effect, and 32 minutes 55 seconds is where we find this movie marker. At 38 minutes 26 seconds, Buzz and Woody are inside an arcade crane or claw game, and the game is filled with green alien toys. There are some people who consider this scene in the movie a Mandela effect. They remember the alien toys saying, "One of us." We'll make this a marker. At 43 minutes 50 seconds, we see the toy-destroying boy, Sid, and he is pretending to be Darth Vader. "Where's the rebel base?" he says as he interrogates Woody. Darth Vader has been changed by the Mandela effect, and so has Star Wars, the movie that inspired this scene in Toy Story. That makes this a movie marker on our list. At 45 minutes 12 seconds in the movie, Woody says there's no place like home. This is a reference to The Wizard of Oz, which is also a message movie. That makes this a movie marker for sure. At 50 minutes 19 seconds, Buzz refers to a headless toy as Marie Antoinette. This is of interest to us since the famous quote, "Let them eat cake," is no longer officially attributed to Marie Antoinette. This is considered by some to be a Mandela effect. We'll make it a marker on our list. At 59 minutes 8 seconds in the movie, Woody pulls the string on his back and we hear, "There's a snake in my boots." Some people remember the word boot being singular in this scene, not plural. This is a change to the movie itself, so we'll make this a movie marker. At 1 hour, 5 minutes, 15 seconds, we hear Sid say, "Houston, all systems are go," requesting permission to launch. I don't think Sid's words are a verbatim recitation of anything the crew of the Apollo 13 space mission actually said, but I am going to call this a movie marker. This comment involves Houston and spaceflight, so this has a connection to the Apollo 13 flip-flop. If you don't know that one, you can Google it. The line, "Houston, we have a problem," changed and then changed back. Guess what it means? It means we have a problem. It's the brake thing. Don't worry, we'll get to that down the road. At 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 4 seconds in the movie, Woody is trying to be scary and he makes his head rotate really far, just like the possessed girl in the movie The Exorcist. This girl is the subject of a Mandela effect, it seems. During part of The Exorcist, she has a tube up her nose that some people say was never there before. That's a movie marker direct hit, so this is on our list. At 1 hour, 15 minutes, 50 seconds, we have our final movie marker for Toy Story. A toy army man says, "Frankincense, this is myrrh." Frankincense and myrrh are gifts that were brought to baby Jesus in the biblical account of his birth. The ones who brought it are known by many as the 3 wise men, but their number is not actually given by the Bible, and some people are calling that a Mandela effect. Here's the final list, and it is substantial. Okay, that's a lot of Mandela movie markers right there. This is the kind of scenario that really proved to me, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that these movies are special. That can't be a coincidence. Of course, we add to that the fact that the morals and meanings we find in these Mandela message movies all fit together. Now we must see what this movie is saying to us. Which parts of this movie are a message? What can we learn now that we know this movie has special meaning for us? I want to talk about the overall story. There is a boy named Andy, and he has a lot of toys. These toys are the main characters in the movie. When Andy's birthday rolls around, the toys know that there will be new arrivals in their ranks. When Andy gets a Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger action figure, a rivalry emerges between Buzz and Andy's former favorite toy, Sheriff Woody. Conflict between Woody and Buzz begins, and as a result, they both get lost and face all kinds of dangers. Woody knows he will be shunned by the other toys if he goes back home without Buzz. The other toys at Andy's house know that Woody tried to get rid of Buzz, and that's how all this trouble started. Woody's efforts to get Buzz and himself back to Andy's room face an additional complication because Buzz truly believes he is a real Space Ranger and not just a toy that needs to get back to his owner. This aggravates Sheriff Woody to no end. While trying to get back to Andy, Woody and Buzz are found by Andy's next-door neighbor, a boy named Sid. This would be a good thing if Sid was a good boy who would give his neighbor Andy back his toys. He is not. He is a malevolent child that destroys and disfigures his toys. Woody and Buzz are terrified when they find themselves in Sid's bedroom. Woody and Buzz make amends and start trying to help each other. A plan is hatched to scare Sid straight and stop the needless violence he inflicts on his toys. The plan works, and Woody and Buzz manage to escape Sid's house just as Andy and his toys are leaving for their new home. By working together, Woody and Buzz manage to catch up to Andy and join the journey to a new town. Now for the messages and meanings. The toys represent you and me. They are people. Andy owns the toys and represents our higher being. Sid represents evil. Perhaps he is the dark counterplayer that Philip K. Dick has told us about. At the start of the movie, the toys have anxiety about being replaced by new toys.
Have you been replaced?
Hey, what did I tell you earlier? No one is getting replaced.
Unfortunately, this has meaning for us. Some of what I have discovered about the Mandela effect leads me to believe we may get replaced with a new simulation that doesn't have so many problems. I will have more to tell you about this concern later. At 8 minutes, 23 seconds in the movie, Woody tells the toys, "What matters is that we're here for Andy when he needs us. That's what we're made for, right?" Our higher being is telling us that we were made to be here for him when he needs us. At 18 minutes, 31 seconds in the movie, Woody is trying to quell the big splash Buzz is making with the other toys. Woody says, "He's not a Space Ranger. He doesn't fight evil." This is pointing to the fact that we are failing to fight evil too. At 24 minutes, 11 seconds in the movie, Buzz is insisting that he is real, and Woody is laughing at him for it. Finally, Buzz sees the light in the form of a TV commercial. It is an advertisement for the Buzz Lightyear action figure, and Buzz realizes that he is just a toy. This has tremendous meaning for us. The Mandela effect is revealing to us that we are not real. We are just toys. This concept was a feature of Bruce Almighty. Remember when Evan Baxter was on live TV and Bruce used his powers to toy with him? Who wants to be a toy? But should we despair? Is this the ultimate disappointment? Toy Story has something to say about that too. At 58 minutes, 22 seconds in the movie, Buzz is spiraling into depression. Woody sees this and tells him something that is also meant for us to hear. Look, over in that house is a kid who thinks you are the greatest, and it's not because you are a space ranger, pal. It's because you're a toy. You are his toy. Buzz replies, but why would Andy want me? Woody says, why would Andy want you? Look at you. You're a Buzz Lightyear. Any other toy would give up his moving parts to be you. You've got wings. You glow in the dark. You talk. Your helmet does that whoosh thing. You are a cool toy. This is telling us that we are a truly amazing simulation. There is nothing else like us. We can do so much that is wonderful and beautiful. Once Woody and Buzz begin working together instead of fighting, they demonstrate a self-sacrificing commitment to helping each other. This is meaningful to us. Stick together is a message we see in other message movies, and Woody and Buzz's newfound bond is not the only way this message is conveyed in Toy Story. Woody resides over an official meeting where he reminds all of the toys that they must have a moving buddy before the big day comes. He wants everyone to stick together. Fight evil is another message that gets repeated, and we have that in Toy Story as well. All of Sid's toys worked together with Woody to stand up to Sid and tell him that they don't like being blown up. Woody tells Sid to play nice. Another way the movie tells us to fight evil is the big move to another town that is going to happen. The toys are happy to be moving away from Sid and from the constant threat of evil. We need to move away from our own evil to be happy too.
You are a toy!
Those are the main messages I was able to get from this movie, and that is a lot to think about, but there are a few other interesting things I noticed. At 5 minutes 55 seconds in the movie, we see toy blocks stacked up, and they spell Ace. That could mean nothing, but you know who Ace is, right? He's important to us too. I wonder if that could be a clue. At 26 minutes and 5 seconds in Toy Story, we see the realtor sign in Andy's front yard. It says Virtual Realty. Clearly they are making a reference to virtual reality, but this seems out of place. Virtual reality is achieved with a computer. What does virtual reality have to do with Andy or his toys or an animated film? Toy Story features toys that have their own lives. Giving inanimate toys their own story is an idea predicated on child's play and not virtual reality. It's really curious that they would choose a play on words like virtual reality, but I think it's a clue for us. After all, this message movie is mostly about what we really are, and we are virtual. At 36 minutes 50 seconds in the movie, we see an electronic driving game in an arcade. The name of the game is Do Unto Others. That's interesting. That's a reference to the Golden Rule. It seems to match up with what some other message movies are telling us. Here's another interesting thing. I already pointed out that Humpty Dumpty is mentioned at 28 minutes and 8 seconds in the movie. But guess what happens 37 seconds after that? We see a cardboard box that says Eggman Movers, handle with care. What's going on here? An Eggman is exactly what people remember Humpty Dumpty being before the Mandela effect gave him a new identity. Is this in the movie to bring extra attention to the meaningfulness of Humpty Dumpty? Well, what happens to Humpty Dumpty? He breaks. And it just so happens that break means something to us. Just hold that in your mind. A closer look at that is coming up. Well, I never thought I would get so much out of a kids movie. How about you?